Hi guys, how are you? In this video, I want to talk about subjects of social studies in Norway and uh, kind of where to go if you want to do the Norwegian language test. So here you can see we have a website called Lingo. It provides you both courses for social studies and for the language, depending on what you need. So it could be like you already have spent 250 hours in language courses and you don't need any more language courses and you only need social studies. So you can just spend some time here and get your, depending on when you move to Norway, 50 to 75 hours of social studies certificate. So let's see what they provide for us. So for language learners, other than Norwegian, I think they have more languages like maybe Spanish. A national offer for online language training, and for companies, what they have. Uh, they also have like separate courses for healthcare, business language, and social studies online. So we want this one. We can also see about what they have for courses. So as you can see, for 50 hours, you need to kind of the price is around 3,000, and for 75 hours, it's about 4,000 NOK, 3,990 and 2,990. So you can register now, and they also have an app, so you can either spend the time that 50 or 75 hours on the website or in the app. So it's like the social studies, and it's approved by the UDI. It's 100% online. It's something that skilled workers need to do for permanent residents, and it's like depending on how much time you have, it's completely up to you when you do it. Mm, the instructor is gonna be Ingvild. So here you can read more about who the course is for and what you also need. You need to take the course. You need uh, to be able to speak English, and you will receive the certificate that you need. So the course is like they have three modules. Module one is about education, skills, and labor market. Module two is about family, health, and daily life. Module three is Norway before and now. The average time to complete the courses is 8 weeks. And each of them, I think in total, it's going to be, depending on how fast you can go through, it could take up to 25 hours. So if you paid for 50 hours, you also need to participate in some online classes with Ingvild. So it's usually the classes are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for I think either 90 minutes or 3 hours that you just talk about any of the subjects in these three modules. And then you have an assignment for each module. I mean, it could be like compare two type of visas, like the requirement for permanent residence or and citizenship. This could be an assignment that you have 1 week to do. You can either type it on a Word document or like record yourself talking about it for 5 minutes, or like prepare a PowerPoint and present it. And then you will get the hours. So I think for each assignment it was 2 hours. So let's say, and you also need to spend the rest of those 24 hours in the online classes and participate and kind of have a discussion. It's a like a coffee break course. I mean, you just discuss about the subjects in these three modules. And then after you got that 50 hours or 75 hours, you can they will send you the certificate that you can use for your permanent residence. Uh, so it's just like register, pay, and then it's done. Now, if you want to learn language, let's see if they have what they have. They have Norwegian courses. If you haven't had the chance to participate in NTNU's courses, because for NTNU's courses, the now 1 and 2, you also need to like sign up and see if you are accepted or not. If you're in a rush to get your Norwegian language certificate, you can also just go for online courses. Um, I think this is IELTS. You need Norwegian, so fast track online Norwegian B2, B1, A1. You can see the kind of date and the price. It's per month. It's at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays or Thursdays. And yeah, you can read more. Let's see if we go for May 14 and that's one. So it is for A2. Tuesday 19th of May. It starts at 7 p.m. It's one of them. And the other one starts at 9, so you can choose which one you want. So let's see if we go for 7. So it starts from 7 to 8:50. Uh, the primary instructor is Margaret. And it's online, and you can like this is the title of the discuss like the schedule and the curriculum for the course and what they're gonna discuss. So they finish 9th of July, and you can see the course ID. But for the payment, make sure that yes, the course fee is 2,690 per month. So it starts in May, it ends in July. It's 2 months. So the fee is double of this for one level. Uh, then what else they have? They have Norwegian courses, social studies, Norwegian for health professionals because they need to be able to speak more professionally. Business Norwegian, private lessons, free events. They also have like free language cafes. And this one is in Bergen. Uh, so you just, if you want to get updated, just check the website. They also have classes in Stavanger and Oslo. I'm not sure about other cities, just check. Then the online courses is Norwegian Fast Track Online Norwegian C1, A1, A2, B1, B2, and Simple on Norwegian A1. It doesn't scroll down more. But yes, you can see you can have individual plan. And what else? View courses, IELTS test, business English, private lesson. Yeah, this is for English. Sorry, business Norwegian. So business Norwegian is recommended for students who are currently on B1 or B level. The resource prepares the students to understand and participate in Norwegian corporate environment, explore fine culture, nuances in both professional and social extents in a course tailored to both employees and managers. And you can like watch a video about them talking about this course and learning material, and what they kind of talk about, how you can present an idea or a product in a region, which social rules apply during negotiations in Norway, how can you communicate effectively with a potential new customer, which rights and obligations apply to you as an employee or manager, and what are the dynamics between them, and many more. Test your business Norwegian. You can have a short test, 10 tasks, 8 minutes. It's for free. Or an extensive test, 30 tasks, 25 minutes. Still free. Your instructors for the course is gonna be Terasse and Ingrid, and no more. Okay. Teach. Norwegian language test, easy level assessment for your students. So I think this is if you want to teach. And then enterprise and government, resources, and this is lingo to just explain a little bit of what is lingo. So for residence permit, for permanent residence permit for who wants to, like those who want to apply, you must normally have completed a mandatory tuitions in Norwegian language and social studies and pass the concluding test or document that you have been granted exemptions by the municipality. If we click on this, it takes us here. Like you can just do a little bit of so your age between 16 and 54. You moved to Norway later than 2016. The type of residency that you have is for skilled worker. And you have spent 250 hours. And social study for 50 hours. Then it says you're good to go and you just need to have the certificates and the rest of the documents that you need. And when you booked, just deliver these documents to the police for your application. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is this website. It's the Directorate for Høyere Utdanning og Kompetanse. It's Directory for Higher Education and Competency. And here they have Norwegian, like kind of Norwegian language test. And this is Samfunnskunnskapsprøve. I think this is the social study test. And this is Statsborgerprøve. This is the citizenship test. And as you can see, it's all in Norwegian. You can change to English. And if you wish to take the test for Norwegian language test A1 to B2, C1 higher academic level, or sign language, and here the social study test and citizenship test. So if for as you saw in our previous videos, for citizenship you need to have the test for both social studies and language in Norwegian. They don't accept the kind of certificate that you have passed the courses. You need to have the result that you have did the test in Norwegian. So here you can read more about the test, ask for special adaptations, register for the test. When you take the test, read the curriculum and practice for the test, and what to do on the day of the test, where to find your result after you have taken the test, and can you appeal to the results. So read about the test. Duration is 60 minutes for social studies. If you're going to use the test result to apply for Norwegian citizenship, you must take the test in Norwegian. It can be taken in one of 23 different languages, but as it says, citizenship Norwegian. It doesn't mean you. So you don't really have to like think about this because you have to do it in Norwegian anyway. You choose a language when you take the test at the test center. You can also have the questions read out in one of 10 languages. You don't need to choose a language when you register for the test and choose your language when you take the test at the test center. Do you want questions to be read out loud? Get help from an interpreter. Who must take the test? You may have both the right and the obligation to take the test. Some candidates are entitled to one free social study test. If you're under tuition in a municipality, your test center will assist you in registering for the test. Your municipality knows whether you are entitled to a free test. Contact your municipality for prices and dates for the test. If you're not entitled to a free trial, you can register yourself. And how the test is structured: you must have 26 correct answers to pass the test, and the test is 38 questions. So I think that's good. Only 34 of the questions in the test are scored. This is because we are testing 4 new questions in the test. Whether you answer these 4 test questions correctly or incorrectly, we will not affect your final scores. And then rights and application, social adaptation, cheating is not allowed, forging your test certificate, bring valid ID, and resources for learning is the website, which is in Norwegian, and then you can register for the test. For the website, you go to this link. You see it's, well, for now it's in English. And as you can see, this is the 3 modules from Lingo. And you need only 50 hours, depending on when you entered Norway and on which basis. If you came in 2019 and for study, then you need 50. But if it was later, and generally for asylum and refugee, it's 75. So let's see. School and education, working life, critical thinking and judgment. This is still in English. Hopefully it stays English. But you see it changes to Norwegian. So and then it had like access to some pictures, PDF, some information about kindergartens and when they updated it, and like the number of kids aged between 1 to 5 who have a place in kindergarten is 93%, and some statistics. So, and you can just read about other kind of if you go home, yeah, you can read about another one, trade unions, more about them, and prepare for the kind of test. You go through them, prepare for the test, go do the test. Or if you think that lingo is enough and you are prepared for the test, just finish lingo and then do the test. I'm not sure how long the test is valid for. I haven't done the test. So I don't know if, like, for example, you finish Duolingo social study test, get the certificate, and while you still remember the subjects and then do the test, I'm not sure if how long the certificate is going to be valid. But that's something that you can keep in mind and think about it. What else we have? That was social studies. Now, if you want to do the test in A1 to B2, can we choose? Q mark? No. When is so here? Maybe the important thing is like when is the test? Because I heard less. Yes, it's only 4 times each year that they do the test. Next test is gonna be, as it says, 21st to 31st of May. And the next registration period, you can, so I think the registration period for this test is complete. So if you register for the test in September. And you can register from Monday, 19th of August, starting from 9 to 23rd of August until late in midnight. And the upcoming test that they have for spring, summer, autumn, and winter, you can see the test period, the results, and when's the application deadline. And then you can prepare for the test. You can read more about the test, register for the test, ask for special adaptations, practice for the test, what to do on the day of the test, and the same. So I think this was all I wanted to share with you. This website and Lingo, and just how to prepare for the test. But let's take also a look at Norwegian citizenship test, what it is. If you're applying for Norwegian citizenship, you must have passed either the citizenship test or the social studies test in Norwegian. So that's good to know. So if you just do the social study test in Norwegian, you don't need to do the citizenship test. The duration is maximum 1 hour. Language is Norwegian. The test is at language level A2, so that should be easy. You can have the questions read out loud, read aloud through audio files when taking the test. Me personally, I prefer to have the test written in front of me and they don't read it out loud because they could have a different dialect than what I can understand. Who needs to take the test, like the citizenship test? You can read more about the requirement for Norwegian language training and test for those applying for citizenship on the Norwegian Directorate of Immigration (UDI). If you need to know more about the regulation for training and testing Norwegian social studies, you can click on this link. And then what's the difference between citizenship test and social study test? The citizenship test and social study test cover the same curriculum, which is available at the website that we saw. The citizenship test has a slightly lower language level in Norwegian than the social study test. The language level for citizenship test corresponds to level A2, while the language level for social study test is considered higher than A2. So maybe just do the citizenship test. If you're applying for citizenship, you must pass the citizenship test or take the social study test in Norwegian. To get an overview of the requirement for citizenship, you can click here and read what they have. And how the test is constructed, it's 36 questions. Each has 3 answers option. Which one of them is correct? Only one of them is correct. So it's not multiple choice, it's one choice. The question you will face in the test are drawn from the curriculum in Norwegian social study for adult immigrants. You must have 24 correct answers to pass the test. You remember that in social study it was 26. Only 32 of them are scored, and the other 4 is like for just testing. So here you can just read more about citizenship test if you just go through. Citizenship here, yes. Have you previously been? No. No. And then, yes, you have a permanent residence permit or just a residence permit. You can apply even if you only have a residence permit. Yes. So, like, if you have been working in Norway for 3 years and paid taxes, like you're in Norway based on work permit, which is like temporary residence permit, not a permanent residence permit, you can still apply for citizenship if you've been here 8 out of 11 years, because it was one of the requirements that let's see, it was somewhere that you need to be in Norway for like how many months you need to be in Norway before you are able to apply for citizenship. If you remember that in our previous videos, like apply and visa and UDI, I mentioned it there. So you can read more about, if you want to refresh your memories, you can come back to UDI. You find all the information you need here. I think, as I said, this is all I have for this video, this website, and Lingo. But maybe there are more online courses, like institutes that have online courses. I'm kind of not aware of them. I spent it on Lingo because it was a recommendation from a friend. So, yep. I wish you good luck with your courses and tests that are coming up, and wish you success. Thank you for following us and watching the video. and have a nice day.